Have you ever looked at a photograph of a fast-moving subject, like a race car or a bird in flight, and wondered how the photographer managed to freeze the action perfectly? Or perhaps you have seen images where water looks like a silky, dreamy mist, and you wished you knew the secret to that magical effect. Shutter speed is the camera setting that controls how long your camera's sensor is exposed to light, directly affecting two crucial aspects of your photographs: motion blur and overall image brightness. It is essentially the duration of time your camera's shutter remains open during an exposure. The core mechanism behind shutter speed is quite straightforward. When you press the shutter button, a mechanical curtain inside your camera opens and closes. A faster shutter speed means this curtain opens and closes very quickly, allowing only a brief burst of light to hit the sensor. This short exposure time is what enables you to freeze motion, making fast-moving objects appear sharp and still. Conversely, a slower shutter speed keeps the curtain open for a longer duration, capturing more light and any movement that occurs during that time. This extended exposure is what creates intentional motion blur, like those dreamy waterfalls or streaking car lights. To practically use shutter speed, think about your subject. If you are photographing a fast-moving sports event or a playful pet, you will want a very fast shutter speed, perhaps 1/500th of a second or even faster, to stop the action. For creating artistic motion blur with subjects like flowing water, you might experiment with much slower speeds, such as 1 second or several seconds, often requiring a tripod to keep the rest of the scene sharp. Remember that a longer shutter speed also lets in more light, so you might need to adjust your aperture or ISO to prevent overexposure. Understanding shutter speed is one of the 3 pillars of the exposure triangle, which also includes aperture and ISO. Mastering these 3 settings gives you full creative control over your images. For example, using a very slow shutter speed with a neutral density filter can allow you to photograph bright daytime scenes with extreme motion blur, transforming ordinary scenery into abstract art by reducing the amount of light entering the lens. By intentionally controlling how long light reaches your camera's sensor, you gain incredible power to either freeze fleeting moments in time or beautifully interpret movement through blur. This creative mastery allows you to capture images that truly reflected your artistic vision, moving beyond simple snapshots to create powerful and expressive photographs.